Nicholas from Brandon's Gym, Carlson Gracie, BJJ affiliate here in Columbus, Ohio. I was teaching this technique today, classic BJJ technique. Forgot my belt, right? It's at home in the wash. But, Carlson Gracie Jr. black belt, and I like to teach things that are in that kind of tree or like that family of jiu-jitsu. This is like a classic BJJ technique, and I remember there was a guy at the old Gracie Academy that was working on something similar like this with me. It was Vince Panzano. He helped me with that one day. And then when I was at Arthur Ruff's Academy, Rodrigo Medeiros came and did a seminar there. Not the Rodrigo Medeiros with green hair, Rodrigo Medeiros, the one that was a Carlson Gracie Senior black belt. But he did this technique, and I really like it. I don't do tons with the gi tails, but this is a great technique to have because it's low risk, and if it works great. But my partner, he's in this position, and I might be pinning here with any number of different pins. But my arm is behind his head on this one. And what I'm doing is I'm coming here and I'm grabbing this tail, right? And I'm taking this gi tail and I'm pulling it up and out. I pull it up and get it free, then I go down and away, right? And I want to lengthen it, and I like to kind of get a hold of the end, right? Up and out, down and away. Like you can see, I'm keeping my pin, right? I'm checking his hip with my knee still, right? I'm here on my toe. Nothing's changed there. We've talked at length about that on this channel, so you can look at those other videos on like how to maintain my pin. But I pull this up and out, down and away, kind of like 30 or 45 degrees, and then I'm going boom, straight over. And I want it to come like that, right? I'm coming straight over his arm, and I'm passing it to my hand. Right? That way his arm is tucked in there, right? And then what I do is I use a mount where I can pop up and go knee on belly, and then if I think I can, I'll push that over a little more, and I'll get my shin across his body and my knee just outside his hip a little bit. And when I do that, I'm going to start trying to split him open. See, when I do this, his arm is, as most of you guys probably know, his arm is really restricted now. He can't do much with it. So it makes it easier for me to set up going to mount. Right, I put my knee across, my elbow under here, and then what I do is I work this across as I open my hip staying low. At the same time, I do this thing where I raise his elbow. Right, and then look at kind of how my legs and hip are. Right, I really push this to this point where I know it's going to work. Right, then I go hip, out here. When my foot is out here, it's not here where he can grab it with his leg. Yeah, none of that weird stuff, or him getting on his side and trying to hook it. I'm going here, out, and then directly up into his armpit. That way he can't put me back in guard, right, or half guard. So again, I'm keeping my pin, right, like we talk about so much, right? I'm keeping my pin. I pulled this up and out, down and away, over his arm. Pass it to my hand, and I keep it tight like that. I can hop up and get some knee on belly points if that's the kind of match I'm doing, right? Maybe I don't think this is a good idea. Maybe I feel like he's going to roll me. He's big, or I don't know what. Maybe I just want to do that. But I go here, and I kind of push it across and start to open it. Right? I'm separating his knee and elbow. I go boom, and up to his hip. Right? I want my feet up high by his hips, not down low where he can catch him with his feet. Right? That's the first part of the technique. Then the next part of the technique, we're doing all the same stuff. I went down and away, right? And now I'm going to kind of go over his arm the same way, but it's almost like I want to bait him a little bit to pull his arm out. But if he pulls his arm out, my hand goes right in the same hole that his arm left. I go straight through, come to his neck. Right? I might let up a little bit and come up here. I'm kind of changing position a little bit. I'm pulling here. I'm keeping this arm sharp, and I'm going. Right? I'm over his arm to start with. He pulls it out. Right in that same hole goes my arm. Right, I'm staying tight. I pull this to me, and I make my hand sharp. Right, I make this hand so my forearm is sharper, and I extend. So I kind of take the first option most often because I want to get the position, but that's a nice little thing to know about. You know, the only different variation I saw first before that one is you can take their gi, you know, pull it out, and then you can still feed it to your hand up under their arm. Right? I keep feeding it, and that also will tighten this on your partner and make it harder for him to prevent your attempt at mounting them. Right? That starts to restrict his arm as well. Boom, I pop up and I go knee on belly. Hope you enjoyed that. You know, like, comment, you know, ask your questions. If you have any, subscribe to our channel and enjoy.